Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Review for October 18th, 2019. The Tampa Bay Times reports, as Medicare open enrollment begins, many Florida seniors eye Advantage plans. New benefits are giving an extra boost to Medicare Advantage, the already popular alternative to traditional Medicare. Starting on October 15th and continuing over the next 7 weeks, more than 4.5 million seniors in Florida will have the chance to review their coverage for 2020. And if the trend continues, large numbers will be opting for a Medicare Advantage plan. Medicare Advantage, an alternative to original Medicare that offers benefits through health insurance companies, has made huge gains in recent years. Since 2010, enrollment in Medicare Advantage has the greater momentum of the two programs, growing about 9 times faster. More than 44% of Florida Medicare beneficiaries are now enrolled in Advantage plans, according to Florida Blue, the state's largest private insurer. The recent addition of some new features should only add to the program's popularity. Medicare Advantage has seen a big push in recent months from the CMS and from President Donald Trump on the campaign trail. During his recent rally at the Villages Retirement Community in Central Florida, Trump touted his support for Medicare Advantage, describing it as the best health care offering available for seniors. He also signed an executive order directing the Department of Health and Human Services to further expand plans and payment options, and to make it easier to enroll. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services is launching a new Plan Finder tool on its website, marking the first time the site has been overhauled in nearly a decade. An op-ed from the Federalist states, "Don't be surprised if Trump is never impeached." An impeachment that seemed inevitable a few days ago is looking more and more like it may never happen. On Wednesday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced that the House of Representatives would not move forward with a vote on impeachment anytime soon. The statement comes as a month of pressure has built up behind efforts to unseat the president over a phone call with the Ukrainian president. While Democrats insist, contrary to precedent, that they do not need to hold a vote, their unwillingness to hold one may show the impeachment train is skidding off the tracks. The central thing to consider here is that impeachment is a political, not a legal, process. Despite their insistence that there are plenty of reasons to impeach Trump, Democrats have yet to do so. Why not? It seems clear that they do not believe they have sufficient political support in the country for the move. Not only do they risk infuriating Trump's base, but there are also many independent voters who seem to have little interest in the process. Put simply, the build-up to impeachment is much more politically valuable to Democrats than impeachment itself. An actual vote to impeach Trump puts the story out of their hands and into the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's. He could choose, like a cat playing with the soon-dead mouse, to drag the inevitable acquittal of Trump out as long as he wants. Meanwhile, the entire Democratic Party, including its eventual nominee for president, will be demanding a Senate conviction that won't happen. The bottom line is this: once the gavel falls on an actual impeachment, the House, the only chamber the Democrats hold, becomes irrelevant. That is a political disaster, and it is why the Democrats are still very unlikely to actually pull the trigger. And finally, another op-ed from Fox Business states, "Here are the 7 most ridiculous economic proposals from the Dem debate." 12 Democratic presidential hopefuls took the debate stage Tuesday night and espoused a flurry of terrible economic policy proposals. While not a comprehensive list, here's one concerned American's thoughts on their 7 most glaring mistakes and omissions regarding the economy. Number 1. No plan. Let's start with a glaring omission. No one proposed a plan to grow the economy. Not one candidate said anything like, quote, "Here's how I'll encourage American entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, create jobs, and the competition for employees that drives wage growth for working Americans." Instead, every policy proposal boiled down to dividing our economic pie into smaller pieces. Rather than proposing to grow that pie, the candidates simply assumed economic growth would continue as if it were a given. It's not. Number 2. Grow the government. Every proposed solution was based on empowering government, diminishing our freedom, increasing our taxes, regulating our businesses, and creating massive, unprecedented government dependence. No matter how benevolent they may sound, we should all be suspicious of anyone who asks us to sacrifice our freedoms, expand and empower the government, and put them in charge. Do we really trust our politicians that much? You can read the other 5 disastrous proposals by clicking on the link in the description below. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Review for October 18th, 2019. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.